Hey, yeah. Woo. We out here in this beat. We all up in this beat. We're doing this thing right now, yeah. Woo! Breathe in. Now it's just begun. Now it's just begun. And it's only for a moment. Said it's only for a moment, yeah. And now it's just begun. And now it's just begun. And it's only for a moment. Said it's only for a only for a moment, family. Welcome, family. It's your brother from another motherland, Mr. Mikel. The energy healer here, present, on rhythm, in breath, for another conversation on spiritual health, family. I am delighted to be here, elated, in fact, to be here in front of you this morning. Because, oh my gosh, it's a wonderful time, family. Every day we get to wake up, and as we open our eyes, we are presented with new images. We're presented with different patterns, rhythms, vibrations that we get to interact with in the form of life. And one thing we got to remember to do, family, throughout it all, we got to lean in and breathe in. Just sit into your life, wherever your life has taken you thus far, sink into it and breathe deep into that, family. Everything you're doing right now, everything you're experiencing right now, you deserve it. You deserve it, family, yes. Whether times are hard for you right now, whether times are great for you right now, whether it's both, you deserve it. You deserve it. And 2020 is calling for our spiritual maturity so that we can understand that positive and negative, light and dark, so-called good and bad events and things that happen in and around our lives are all there for our greater spiritual development. They're all there for this process, family. This process that we call our life. These polarities that we experience as human beings. Yeah? As we aim to keep balance. These are absolutely necessary. These are necessities on this journey that we call life, family. So wherever you are right now, whatever you are experiencing, you deserve it. Yes? And if you are experiencing something disagreeable to you and you don't feel like you want to stay in that experience for long, then again, you deserve something different. And you also deserve to give yourself that difference. This life is led by the oath. Heaven is my right, and heaven is my responsibility. This discussion, this life, this community, Waroho House, is led by that oath. The knowledge, the knowing that as vessels of the Most High Creator, we deserve the highest experience of that consciousness, which is heaven. And because we are the only way the Most High gets to experience this realm of existence, because of that, then we must make our earth as it is in heaven. And what is it like in heaven? Peace. So if heaven is peace, then we must not only come from peace, but we must beget peace as well in our own lives. Breathe. Heaven is our right and heaven is our responsibility, family. This is our daily dictum that we are reminded of and that we must engage with in our life, family. How can you bring heaven into your existence right now? How can you make heaven a part of your journey right now? As you go through this life, how can you make heaven a part of your everyday experience, irrespective of material value, irrespective of bank balance, irrespective of how people are treating you? How can you make heaven a part of your daily bread? One of the first ways to do this, family, and one of the most important feats to face in experiencing heaven on a daily basis is becoming neutral to the polarities of positive and negative. If you are someone who bases your happiness solely on positive experiences or pleasurable experiences, you have left an imbalance in your life. There is no life without negative and positive. There is no life without dark and light. So if your happiness is purely derived from light, from positivity, from right-winged experiences, yes, if your happiness is only derived from one side, then you are constantly going to have an imbalance in your experience, because life, as you see it, right, when you go to the hospital and you're on the life support machine, life is like this. You see, life itself moves up and down on the vibrational scale. Life itself is that pulse, that beat. So you looking for one-sided experiences, you looking only for the agreeable, only for the positive, only for the light, is in a sense disrespecting the vibration in which your life is already set upon. And that will surely leave you out of the loop when it comes to heavenly experiences. To me, this is one of the first things to understand and expect and accept for yourself, is that heaven is not the polarities. Heaven is the means. Yes, heaven is the ability to have peace. Yes, in the midst of all polarities. You feel what I'm saying, family? Heaven is unconditional peace. Heaven is unconditional love. So whether it rains, you have peace. Whether it's too hot, you have peace. Whether there's money in your account, you have peace. Whether there's no money in your account, you have peace. You see? Whether the shops are open or closed, whether there's food on the table or not, whether you've got a job or not, whether someone calls you sexy or not, you are able to find peace. Heaven, yes. Happiness, family. That pursuit of happiness is knowing unconditional peace and love. Let's stay on this vibration right now. So, family, as I've explained, family, heaven is a mode of transport. It's not a destination. I really want us to get into the understanding that you have already arrived. You have already arrived, family. Yes, you have already arrived. Your life is the arrival. Now, you are just on the journey. And that journey can be heaven or hell. You get to decide what this journey and the experience looks like. Heaven is your mode of transport, family. And it's not based on time. It's not based on space. It's based on rhythm and breath. Your rhythm, your breath. Your rhythm. How you are able to play with every moment. How you are able to use the game of your heart, which is the greatest vibration. How you're able to Cesaro with the various energies that you will be presented with on a daily basis. How you are able to still keep your vortex of heaven amidst a pandemic, amidst chaos, amidst challenges, amidst disagreeable experiences. Your game of Cesaro is what will allow you to maintain your vortex of heaven. Have to take a moment, family. You have to take a moment for breath, man. Take a moment for yourself. This is all on rhythm. There's nowhere for you to rush to. Like you've already been let into the party. Let me just stop this. You've already been let into the party. You've already been given access. You've already been let into the rave. You've already been given access. Now it's just a game of heaven. Can you maintain the peace in which you have descended from? Can you remember your godliness? Can you remember the omnipotence that surrounds you, that's within you? Can you remember the omniscience that powers your very being? Can you remember, or will you fall victim to the conditions of human life? Find out. Find out on this episode of This Is Your Life. But we've all been let into the party. We're already here. We're in the party. We're in the game. Drink up, family. We've been let in. We've been let in. It's a toast. You know, in the Bible, for all my Bible readers, even though Europeans have made the devil into a separate from God, the Europeans have made the devil into a separate entity from God, which doesn't exist in African spirituality. But you know, even the Bible will show that the devil is doing God's work. The devil has been sanctioned by God to do what he's doing. He's been given the go-ahead, even in biblical terms. God gave him the thumbs up and said, do your thing, fam. You got about 6,000 years, which to them, man, is probably like 6 hours. You got 6,000 years. Then your time is up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it's an interesting thing. You know? It's like in Willy Wonka, random example. It's like in Willy Wonka where Willy Wonka's arch enemy worked for Willy Wonka. And Willy Wonka's arch enemy, what's his name? Come on, somebody. Someone's old enough to remember this. Willy Wonka's arch enemy, what was his name? Codsworth? No. Something. Whatever his name was. He was Willy Wonka's most trusted assistant. And Willy Wonka sent him all around the world to whisper in kids' ears, when you get the Slugworth, come on, old people. That's it. Yeah, he's whispering in people's ears. when you get the everlasting God stopper, I want you to come and give it to me. Then, little did they know, Slugworth is Willy Wonka's homeboy. Willy Wonka's brethren. Mandem. My G. So, yeah. So, don't be quick to cuss the devil out. You the one falling victim. Devil's just doing his job. I'm just doing my job, ma'am. Just doing my job. Just doing my job, ma'am. Just doing my job. Devil just doing his work. Are you doing your work? Everyone got to do their work. Everyone's got to do their work. And we as human beings, we get to do a great divine work. We get to descend onto this planet of possibilities, this realm, this feminine realm. Yes, and we get to, just extract from this fertile universe tools, experiences, memories that are going to aid the refinement of our spirit. Do you get what I'm saying? We get to refine our spirit and have a good time doing it. To come here and have all of these experiences, make great memories, all to realize that nothing even matters at the end of the day. Nothing matters! Nothing matters. Nothing matters. So, hold on, let me check the time. Alright, let's do questions. I'm going to do questions right now. We are in today. We are about this life. This is the Spiritual Health Conversation. Guys, you can go and find new podcasts uploaded. Some banging new podcast episodes. This is a part of the podcast. You'll be able to hear that. I definitely want to big up Sarah Epiphany of Divinity for my wonderful jingles on the podcast. So when you hear that voice at the beginning of the podcast, that's Miss Epiphany right there, putting her dope voice. She got that Lady of Soul flex going on. You get what I'm saying? Nothing matters. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, tap into that family. The podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and everywhere else you can find podcasts. Spiritual Health with Mikel. Too high to go hell. But let's do questions, family. We're going to get some questions in right about now, my people. We're having a good time today. Today's a new day. It's a powerful day. And off the back, man, we just have to give thanks. We just have to give thanks, man. Off the back, give thanks because, we got let in. We got let into the club. We got let into the most exclusive experience in the cosmos. We don't know that at least the other 9 planets around in this solar system don't have life forms on it. So we in an exclusive club right now, an exclusive realm of absolute sensation. We are on a psychedelic trip of conditioning. God descended to earth in the condition of our bodies just to get high on his own supply. Yeah, whenever God wants to just feel how magnificent it is, it manifests as you and I in the body of Mikel. Yes, in the body of Epiphany. You gotta say it. In the body of Cass. In the body of Vicky, of Sarah. You gotta say it. We just manifesting out here. And you get to go, woo! You get to learn about these hands and these fingers and marvel at your color. And look at all your glory. And you're like, God damn, is that me? Oh, Lord. You get to look back at it. You get to, you know what I'm saying? And then experience the sensations of eating, of touch, the warmth, you know what I'm saying, of your mother's bosom. You get to experience cold and the feeling of being lonely, and then the feeling of not being lonely, and then you get to a certain age where you get to make use of the bottom half. And you're like, oh my gosh, the pleasure don't stop. God, Lee. I didn't know all of that. What? Yo. What I'm supposed to do with this now? You know what I'm saying? What I'm supposed to do with it? Somebody tell me. You know what I'm saying? Then hopefully you got some guidance around you to help you understand what to do with this portal of pleasure that sits at the base of your human existence. And then you realize you get to play God. This is your God tools. You get to go, oh my God. You get to go, and go, bam. Yo, family. That's it. That's it, man. Let's remember how beautiful we are. Let's remember how divine we are. So let's do questions, family. Let's do questions. Let's not wait for the questions. And if you anyone wants to go live, that might be fun to do today. So let's go live. Look at me, I drank all my water. We're excited. Life is happening right now, family. You see, the devil's job is to make you think that heaven is somewhere else. The devil's job is to stall your spiritual journey, or more, test your spiritual journey, and make you believe that your experience of heaven is to happen somewhere else. Heaven is here. Heaven is here. Heaven is now. And all the wicked one does is use your tools of love. Listen carefully. You can never not love. Love is your way of existence. It's impossible not to love. So let's start there. Okay? Love, as we know, is giving, seeking nothing in return. Love is your life principle. It's giving. It's about what you are giving. The wicked one cannot stop you from living out your principle of love. But what the wicked one can do is alter the way in which your love programming works. And so that it has the opposite effect on you. Yeah? Like, when they give you drugs to change the way your hormones behave. Your hormones are your hormones. It's going to do what it does. But when you introduce something else, it almost tricks the hormones into believing that something else is there, therefore changing the way it reacts in your being. We are made to believe that heaven is somewhere outside of this existence. We are made to believe that there is somewhere for us to go other than where we are. We are made to believe that this planet is so bad, so tainted, and so evil that there is somewhere that this is almost a waiting room. Can you believe it? This place is a waiting room. Some people believe this is a waiting room for another place. If I was God, I'd be so pissed off right now with humans. Good thing God doesn't think like us, right? Because imagine, you spent all of these days creating this planet. Yeah? You spent all of this time, like, you made plantain and plantain. You made banana and matoke. Yeah? You took your time and made sweet sap and sour sap for these blouse and skirt people. You said you took your time and made the koala bear. You said, you know what? I'm a bust you lot on an eagle. I'm a make 2,000 types of birds. So you can spend the rest of your life, if you wanted to, you can spend the rest of your life studying birds and you can't finish them. Because as soon as you finish with the ones in England, you'll find new ones in Spain. New ones in Italy. New ones in Morocco. New ones in Gabon. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to give you the lion over here in Africa. And if you ever just feel like crossing the sea, you find a tiger who's similar to and he's the king of its jungle over there. If you ever get bored of the brown grizzly bear, hey look, there's a white one you can go and mess with all the way down in Antarctica. There's a thing called a polar bear. If you ever wanted to find it, and if you get tired of everything I put in the sky and on land, I'm going to make sure that you spend the rest of your entire existence, so much so that your children's 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 children will not be able to count what is in the sea. And after making all of that, you gonna sit down in a church talking about, I can't wait to go to heaven. Everywhere, go suck. You know? Sometimes God is Jamaican in my head. You know what I'm saying? I would be so vexed. Hey. You's a real mother. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to human emotions yet. We just dealt with animals. Oh my God. Yo. I'll be so vexed, blood. I'll be like, these lot are taking the piss. These lot are taking the mick. You mean to tell me I gave you Bob Marley and Michael Jackson and Tupac in the same century, and you ask here for heaven? Do you know what, yeah? Don't get. Me nah send no Jesus. When I look Jesus, me nah send no Jesus. Giono. Y'all look Messiah. Say I can't. Listen, if I was Jesus right now, you don't know. You know, like Jesus comes back like a thief in the night. You know, they said, not Jesus, the Messiah, Christ. Yeah? So if I was Christ right now, I would not be wanting to reveal myself to none of you lot. I'll be like out here just, I'll be out here like Alex Mack, just with my powers just. Oh, it's a miracle. Oh my God, look at that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like this, just. Oh my God. Look at that. God, if I was Yeshua right now, I'd be hiding from all of you lot. Because as soon as I reveal myself, you lot are going to kill me. Because you believe heaven is somewhere outside. Quick, kill him so we can bring down heaven. Stupid people. You know what they asked Christ? Oh, why don't you bring on heaven? And you're like, nah, fool. He said the kingdom of heaven is within you, and you lot are now waiting 2,000 years. He shall return. No, he's not. He's chilling. He found himself a babe. He's in Brazil. He's practicing voodoo somewhere, minding his business. He's got a son named Alejandro. You know what I'm saying? He's got his wife. He's chilling. He's not trying to mess with none of you lot. He's trying to have his sour sap, do some capoeira, swim in the sea, and just chill. Because he ain't got time for you lot. You think I'm going to wait 2,000 years to return so you lot can mess up my life again? No, thank you. I'm alright. I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. You lot didn't listen the first time. Alejandro! Oh, he is chilling. He's like, you lot gonna have to work for this one. This is you lot's business. I done this already. Oh my God. I'm not revealing myself to you lot. I'll be out here like Sabrina, bruv. Just wiggling my nose. Humans are reckless. Humans are reckless because you believe. You believe with all this sensation. I just dealt with animals. We didn't even get to like musical instruments. We didn't even get to like sex. Furthermore, if there's another heaven, I don't want it. I don't want it because really and truly, it don't get better than this. Furthermore, if it does get better than this, we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. Like, most of us can't even have sex in peace. And you want heaven. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't even know how to do basic human shit. we got at war in our heads over basic human powers. But you want heaven. I mean, you want a heaven outside of the heaven you've already been given. Like between food, sex, and music, we haven't passed the test of food, sex, and music. And relationship. Food, sex, music, which are all tools for relating. We haven't even been able to master that. Can we just spend food, sex, music? Let's master how those things affect our lives. And maybe then we can start, maybe after another 2,000 years, after this current messianic period ends, maybe then we can start thinking about another existence of heaven. But until then, let's just get food, sex, and music right here. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyway, we got 20 minutes left. Let's go to the questions. Someone said, thank you. That is all. Alright, let's go. Question time. You're very good at explaining these concepts. Would you consider doing a kids story series? I would love that. That is my highest intention. And this is why I have I got a loose mouth, and I entertain with my mouth. And so I have been trying or doing my best to not cuss. Because I have a certain amount of fun with swearing. It's fun. But my highest intention is to communicate spiritual matters to children and help children, kids, toddlers, teenagers understand how spirituality works. Because all of this esoteric jargon where, this system of belief and make-believe and all of this stuff, we're not giving children a way to understand how their relationship with God works, is what messes us up in the first place, and is what keeps them out of being conscious and spiritually aware people. So, yes, it is a part of my highest intentions. I definitely want to do a children's series, 100%. Today, kids, we're going to learn about the pleasure portal. And here to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Over to you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, our pleasure portals. We're going to talk about our pleasure portals. Anyway, let's do some more questions. Alright, let's go. How does one let go, stop worrying about something you have no control of? This is a skill. It's a skill. It's an exercise. To let go and stop worrying about something you have no control of is to acknowledge the true control. You have to, and this is what we look to do during our Ma'at study class. I don't know if you are a part of our Ma'at study class, but we talk about and help people understand this during this scientific study of our spirit. The more and more you can expand your awareness to know what you truly are in essence, which is the supreme being in flesh, then you start to understand in practice and can reveal in practice that there is an ultimate control. And any control that you believe you as an individual don't have, you are relinquishing that control to the Most High, which is already controlling your life. Does that make sense? But it's hard to do that when acknowledging the control and autonomy that God has within your life. You need to be able to do that, and that needs to become a part of your practice. And so this is why meditation is good, and not just the silent close your eyes kind, but stopping, pausing to observe life, pausing to observe the functions of your body. How when you eat you go toilet, when you drink you go toilet, how your body regulates oxygen, how flowers, if you're someone who looks after flowers, this is a great way to observe the process and the intelligence of God in natural life. This will help you in times when you yourself become caught up in your own ego and are worrying about something you have no control of. You can relinquish that control through observation. It's easy for me to say accept it and let go, but what is the foundations? You can accept and let go, but it's going to be easier to do that. You know, like if you, it's easier to fall off of a tightrope when you know that there's a foundation of foam that you're going to land on, or when you got a springboard at the bottom of you, or when you're practicing gymnastics, when you got people spotting you all around for you to fall on, then it's much easier to let go. Well, who is spotting you is what I'm saying. The Most High Creator, and not just the make-believe Creator, oh, I hope God's got me. That is no longer a foundation for most of us. But genuinely, the intelligence that brought you into existence can be observed in your very body, in the very processes of your daily life, in the very process of the nature that surrounds you, in the very process of the activity of life that surrounds you. The more you become meditative of those processes, is the more you can reveal in truth and objective observation that God is in control. Therefore, you don't need to be. You can let go and stop worrying. Yeah? Does that make sense? And I think also that's a great observation as well, Sarah. Your interviewing your problem is a very, 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 very powerful. Is a very, very powerful way to work your mind through that process. So yeah, that is a really dope. That's a really dope practice. Interviewing your problem. That's something that I do a lot. Where the problem happens and you're speaking about it and you're going through it and you realize how much of a problem it isn't, and how much your view of it being a problem is kind of one-sided often, and it's not looking at things holistically. Might not be the case for you, but that's certainly the case for me whenever I objectively look at various problems. Yes. So, let's do more questions. I'm getting hot. Let's do more questions, family. Do you think we choose everything about our life in this body before we are born? Do you think we choose everything about our life in this body before we are born? No, I don't believe that, actually. I believe there's some aspect to existence that we choose. I definitely think we choose to be in existence. I definitely think that as a part of the intelligence of God that we observe in our life and in our nature, a part of that intelligence is within our choice decided what we need to experience on the journey of the spirit. But how that goes, this is a part of the game. You see, this is a part of the game. There's certain aspects of the game. For example, and I use the game example, is a good example. The game is set up in a particular way, right? If you are Mario, then you're Mario, you're short, you can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? That's how the game is set up for you. You're short, you're Italian. You know what I'm saying? You got a mustache, you don't have a connecting beard. You know what I'm saying? You got one outfit for the rest of your life. It's dungarees and a red cap. You know what I'm saying? You have certain attributes, certain powers, and you have certain things that are not faults but vulnerabilities about you. Now, those are things that are set in place. Those are things that are the necessary things you need for the path that you have chosen. Everything else is now up to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all don't play the game the same. We can all manifest as Mario, but we're not all going to play the game the same. That part is your choice. You see? So, for example, everything. I could choose to drink this cup. I could choose to put the cup on my head throughout the rest of this conversation. And I'm sure I didn't necessarily agree to this before I came. It's kind of an inspired thought right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the fun part of life, where you get to play as you go. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I definitely believe there's a certain trajectory of life that is autonomous, that has to happen either way. But how it happens is the fun part. We get to pick how it happens. You see? So yeah. Not everything. Aspects of our existence are predestined. Yes. Any more questions? Someone said grateful for your energy. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Bless up, family. Let's go. What are some tools you use to control the third eye? Meditation. Meditation. One of the most powerful ways to use the third eye is your imagination. The third eye is that view into that realm of consciousness where the imagination pulls from. And so your imagination is a powerful tool to see beyond your own reality. You see? But definitely meditation. And meditation in the moment. Don't react. Your third eye doesn't have the emotions of your two eyes. So you can see something with your two eyes, and your two eyes will process it based on your whatever you believe your current reality is. But your third eye is not going to process this realm like this. You see? And so pausing, meditation, breathing. This is another thing that I want to say that might be the most unpopular opinion, but it's just something that is genuine. Is as humans, we like to overcomplicate this life. This world is heaven. This world is the psychedelic experience that you are trying to get. The drug is your body. Your body is the drug. Breathing in itself will help you transcend the weight of your body and allow you to transform the experience you have of this life. Breathing alone will empower your third eye and literally shift how you are able to process information of the world around you. You see things differently because your third eye is leading. You move from your vision, not your sight. This is vision. This is sight. We put our vision over our sight. Our vision determines what we are able to see. If we have no vision, then our sight becomes short and limited. If we have a vision, then our sight becomes open, our awareness becomes open. There's so much we are not aware of in this simulation we call life. That's why we believe it's hell. That's why we believe there's somewhere else to go. That's why we want drugs to take us away. And drugs don't take you nowhere but here. You get what I'm saying? Like, we want drugs to take us to another realm. How dare you? You ain't done. We always looking for cheat codes. Why you want cheat codes? You haven't done well here. You know that, right? You. Oh, my stomach. You haven't done well here. You know that. If you want to take drugs, that's gonna like put you somewhere else. You haven't done your thing here. You're not finished. You think this is hell, so you want to run away. It doesn't work like that. You better face this enemy and resist this devil so you can watch him flee and then see Wonderland open up. You live in Wonderland. You live in heaven. The Wizard of Oz has got you fooled. You're already in Kansas. You never left, Toto. You never actually left. You're here. You see what I'm saying, family? So, this is what I'm saying, man. Let's get questions going, family. Let's get questions on right now. Any more questions? Let's do some questions, family. We got 1 more minute and I'm about to get the countdown. 1 more minute. Oh, that's what happened. I'm not even telling you like this again. I'm not even saying. Do you know what I realized? This thing doesn't cut off anymore. I don't know how long, but lives last. Lives won't cut me off. Well, I'm coming off after 60 minutes. Oh, that was so rude. I went for like a whole 65 minutes the other day. That was rude. Instagram has upgraded the live time. I don't know if that's for everyone or just me. Or people with a certain amount of following. I don't know. However. Anyway. All of that to say, family, this is the psychedelic experience. This gift of life that we have. And I feel like we're going to keep coming back here until we appreciate that. And until such time, enjoy. I hope to be an example of heaven on earth, so that people can have the memory that it's real. I can see it, I can feel it, I can experience it right now. Therefore, I'm in. Family, thank you for joining me. This timer is rude. This time is rude. But thank you for joining me, family. Chesarojo at 10 a.m. Be there or be squared off. Peace in. If you want to join our study group, family, we meet every Sunday. Go to worldchangerlife.com, sign up for the Ma'at study class. Sign up for the Ma'at study class, family. The 11 laws of God. We're going to continue to study this. This is one of the most important information to have right now. Yes? And yes, we got Warrior Week with Vicky. Make sure you jump on to Vicky Green Gang's Instagram. She's going to get your bodies prepared for our Chesarojo game, family. So I see you here at 10 o'clock. Peace in, love out. Nakumaisha, Watu Arojo inside. Bless up.